I'd like to consider myself, as someone for my age, as very successful. I was a national level volleyball player. I've done all kinds of combat sports. I've made like over $1,000 through selling like coaching and fitness stuff online. I have an actual job that makes me my real money, like a job, J shift 8 B, like where they make job look like a swear word. I have an awesome girlfriend that I plan to marry, good social standings, like awesome friends. I'm competing in arm wrestling soon. I've competed in a bunch of other sports, and I have a good physique, and I'm strong and all of that stuff. I'd like to think I'm very successful, and I'm only 17. So if I was to give some advice to somebody who was still in high school after I'm being out of high school for a couple of months now, maybe like 4 or 5 months, I'm an early graduate. I don't know if I said that in the beginning. The biggest investment that I would make with my time, with my energy, and with like the thought processes and my mentality. The most important thing I think I learned how to do while in high school was talking to people. Social skills is 100% misunderstood. And I think that I'm the best person that I know when it comes to them. And this could be fully arrogant. This could be being like a complete twat. But I really do think this is something that like I fully mastered to the degree that I can for now, and something that most people get completely wrong. And one of the first lessons when it comes to leveling up your social standing and social skills and getting better with people is ignoring all of the social hierarchy stuff, is ignoring all of like the I need people to respect me and all of this nonsense. People will respect you when you're cool, when you're a respectable person, when you say no to the things that you don't like, when you say yes to the things that you're fine with and that you do like, and everything else in between you figure out as you go. Ignore all this nonsense of, oh, I'm the alpha male. Shut the fuck up, you fucking twat. Anyways, the number one thing in order to get better at socializing is just pure volume. And what I mean by volume is repetitions. The person who talks to 100 people for a short period of time will always be better at socializing than the person who talks to 10 people for a medium or long period of time in 99.9% of cases. It really is that simple. I'm going to give you a statistic that I found so interesting that I always talk about when people ask me, like, how do you talk to people? How do you make friends? Because I actually get this question, like, in person, which is why I'm so confident about talking to this. Because other than, like, me being, like, somewhat jacked and knowing about fitness, like, I get asked questions about fitness and talking to people. Those are, like, the two biggest things that I get asked on how to actually, like, live. And I'm 17. Like, it is kind of strange to get those questions because some of them are, like, adults. And I'm like, what the fuck? You should know this already. But anyways, an interesting statistic that I found was over the course of 10 years, the average person talks to around 5,000 people. I don't know how true this is. I saw the statistic somewhere. I look it up like fairly consistently. It's between like 3,000 and 5,000 people over the course of 10 years. I talked to 10 new people every 10 plus. So I would stop counting at 10, but it was 10 new people, and I did this literally every day. This is the habit that I was most consistent with in my entire life. A lot of people talk about like, oh, meditation or going to the gym or whatever. No, 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 no. I was never as consistent with any of those apart from like maybe exercise as I was with talking to 10 people a day at least. I would talk to 10 new people every single day for like a year, year and a half, 2 years. And I made this a habit. I had it on my wall, like one of these things, like all of these lines that you see, I don't know how well you can see it. All of those are a square. I would check all of these all of the time. Every single day for a year and a half. That math rounds up to being like 3 to 5,000 people over the course of like 1.5 years, 1 year. I talked to roughly 10 times the amount of people that most people talk to in 10 years in 1 year. And I know for a fact I did more than that. I know for a fact I did more than 5,000 people because I was talking to 10, 20, 30 a year. Me and my friend had a competition. It was, I can say his name, my friend Leo. We did a competition to see who could talk to more people in like a 5 minute space. So my school had a fire drill and we all went outside and we were like, hey, who can like handshake the most amount of people in like for however long we're out here? It was about like 3 to 5 minutes. I think I got 54 and he got 51 because he thought I would stop at 50. And I was like, I think he has a number in his head that he knows I'm going to stop at, so I'm just not going to stop. So I got 54, he got 51. He probably would have beat me if he kept going, to be entirely honest, but I'm just too fucking stubborn. like this shit was real. We would do these challenges like fairly regularly. That's just one that like stuck out to me in my head. And I got good at talking to people. And the thing is, most of interacting with people is not like learning the right things to say or being funny or like being interesting or having hobbies or any of this stuff. It's quite literally finding something to ask them or to talk about that interests the other person. Bonus points if you can find a mutual interest. If you just want to practice social skills, talk about something the other person likes. If you want to have like actual friendships and connections and like talk about things that are like if you want to be interested, talk about like mutual things or things that interest you and just convey your points in like an interesting way. Like if you learn to storytell, I found that has been the new meta for like online and for like talking to people in person, because everything's like AI and like easily repeatable nowadays. Find something that they're interested in, or what was I saying? Find something that they're interested in. That might have just been it. Find something that they're interested in and talk about that and just ask questions and act like you give a fuck about the other person and just let them talk, and then they'll like you more, and then you'll have multiple conversations like that, and then go up to them. Oh, I remember now. In order Jesus Christ, I don't know what's wrong with my brain. It's like 12 a.m. I normally go to bed at around 2. My brain should be working fine. I don't know what's up. I'm so sorry you have to listen to this, and now I have to sneeze, so I'm about to sneeze, and it's going to be a huge pain in the ass, and this video is going to suck, and everybody just clicked off. Jesus. Anyways, main things: learning how to talk to people and hold conversation. That is just taking an interest in them, talking to them about whatever they want to talk about, and working in your own stuff as you go. You learn how to do this. Second thing is the social anxiety part. I just remembered my train of thought. Oh my God, thank you. Social anxiety. Most people think they don't have social anxiety. I guarantee you do, because I still have social anxiety sometimes. The thing is, fear is something that we are born with. We're born with anxiousness and being nervous to talk to people. Quite frankly, while humans are social creatures, we only evolved to speak to people within our tribe, within our pack. Outsiders, strangers, as we call them nowadays, are in our tribe. So, of course, we're going to be nervous. That's why when you see someone and you make eye contact, you look away, because making eye contact is seen as a threat in like primates. That's why you'll show your teeth and you'll smile and be like, hey, how's it going? And like you'll feel nervous, but like you can't stop smiling. It's because when you smile, it's a sign of submission. And that doesn't mean like, oh, they're the alpha male and you're not. That might not be the case, but that's like a diffusion tactic to defuse a situation. And the thing is, if you do it on purpose, like it's fine. Like I'll smile at people when I see them. Like that's not me being like, oh, don't hurt me, I'm a bitch. Like, at least I hope not. But getting over that social anxiety is one of the biggest things, and volume is the only way to do that, because once you've just talked to 100,000, 200,000, 500, 1 million plus people in your lifetime, which I'm sure many hundreds of thousands of people have throughout human history, once you talk to that many people, you start to notice patterns. And you start to realize most people aren't that bad. And when people are bad, you kind of just realize, like, yeah, that happens sometimes. There's a statistical likelihood that some people suck and will be mean to me and judge me, and I'll have a weird conversation with. Out of 100 conversations, a certain percentage of them will be awkward. Out of 100 conversations, a certain percentage of them, I'll say something stupid. Out of 1,000 conversations, a certain percentage of them, I'm going to have a boner, and the girl's going to look down, and then she's going to make fun of me because it's not a very big boner, and then I'm going to cry for 8 hours, and then after I get done crying, I'm going to come out, and then my entire family is going to be there, and they heard me screaming in my pillow for the past 8 hours, but they were too scared to say anything, and it was actually my birthday party as well. And even though it was my birthday party, they didn't like stop me to like give me my cake and make me feel better. They just let me cry for 8 hours and like piss and cum in myself. And now they see like the cum walls, and now they go in and my mom slips on it and like knocks into my sister, and my sister flies into the wall into my splooge. Like it's this whole thing. There's a statistical likelihood that that exact event happens, and it's not zero. That's what you need to understand. It's not zero. And you're like, yeah, that's zero. It's as close to zero as you can get in most cases. I'm hoping that shit never happens to you. But it's a above zero. Anything could happen. And this is why, as I've gotten older, as I've learned, you need to realize that just nothing fucking matters, because shit happens. Shit's going to happen. You can't be stressed about anything. You can't be sad about anything. You can't be unhappy about anything. And sure, you can be like, this situation isn't ideal at all. This is fucking bullshit. But you don't need to feel bad or awkward. Jesus Christ. You don't need to feel bad or awkward or scared about anything. I dropped my mic. Because shit happens. And a certain percentage of conversations that you're going to have is going to suck. Why is socializing even important? Why is being able to talk to people important? The easiest way to level up in life is to have somebody just pull you up. That's it. It's not by brute force. It's not by hard work. It's simply just having someone pull you up. And the more people you know, the more people you can talk to, the more people you have around you, the more people that can pull you up. And you might be like, oh, well, I don't want a handout. It's not a handout if you earned it. It's not a handout if you leveled up your social skill, you met the right person, and then you got your lucky day because you always tried every single day and eventually you got lucky. I hate it when people are like, oh, well, he just got lucky, to the guy who was living in a basement who was dedicating every second of every day to building his business or building his body or whatever. He didn't get lucky. Everybody has the same amount of luck. Everything is a statistical likelihood. Everyone has basically the exact same chance of having the exact same events happen to them in the exact same locations. Now, if you're born in Greece and you're currently getting bombed, unlucky. But if you live in the same country as someone, or the same state, or the same city as someone, and you do similar shit, one of you will get lucky. And it's just a case of repetition. If there's 10 lucky days in a year and you were asleep for 9 of them and you only got 1 lucky day, you can't be mad at God for not giving you more luck. He gave you 10 lucky days. You just weren't ready for them. So you get lucky by meeting the right person. And you can do that with volume. Volume negates luck in every single possible situation you can imagine. Volume prevents you from missing lifts in the gym because you have your technique more dialed in. Volume prevents you from messing up and not getting leads in your business because there's just so much content, so many ads being thrown out, so much money being thrown out to where something has to work. With social skills, meeting the right person, with relationships, at some point you're going to find the one. Believe me, I did my fucking 100 girlfriends in high school. Stupid decision, but found the one. Volume negates luck. This is something that I live by, and I'm very confident in. If you just do the thing 100,000 times, you'll kind of just get results. And next thing, you might be like, okay, yeah, I still don't want a handout. Even if I meet the right person, even if I get lucky. That's why you have to build a basis of hard work. Because if you work hard, if you do what you're supposed to, if you don't stop, then even if you get your lucky day, the likelihood of you being able to use it is higher because you have higher baseline of skills. And I'm not saying at all, don't get into shape, don't hang out with girls. Like, in high school, do all of that shit. And I would say, like, just another random piece of advice, because I did this and I kind of don't like this about myself. I was a bit of a hoe in high school, to be entirely honest. Like, ask anybody that I know. New girlfriend every week. Maybe 10. Anyways. Don't do that. It's icky. It creates drama. It's bullshit. You get hate clubs. There was a Brandon hate club in my school. Unofficial. Believe it or not, this school won't let you make a club called Brandon Hate Club about another student. Bunch of fucking bitches. Don't be a hoe. Use your social skills wisely, because, side point, easiest way to get a girl is just be good at talking. It's true. But yeah, that's been everything. I got not much else. I'm going to win that arm wrestling tournament in October. I'm so ready for it. I'm not ready for it. I want to get substantially stronger before I do it. But I'm so excited. I have my little weight stack over here, my 2 weight stacks. But yeah, that's been everything. My name's been Brandon. Keep doing the best, doing your best. Trust God. Signing off. Badoop.